The intro sideways too. It's bullshit.
Sideways.
Oh, we live.
We live, baby. We
We're
live.
live now. Here's the
We
intro. Hold on.
live.
Got you. Got it. Got it. Got it.
City Boys Western Bar Talk. We're putting together a showcase coming soon. The flow was crazy. I got the Marshall vibes, man.
Listen to understand. Being in the industry, it's always a competition. Don't let always want you link with them and then do something better.
He definitely was spitting some on those verses, man. I think the hook just needed to be a little different, I'd say.
And the transitions were a little slower on this one than they were the last one. Just put a little bit more in there. Like put a little bit more effort and time into it, and it'll be great. That was a great locations too, by the way.
Even if you kept the lyrics the same way, give that hook a whole different effect, engineering wise.
When you speeding up bars, that's always tricky too. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell artists to, like, when you record, it's all right to tap, to tap in and tap out, go bar for bar. Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yep, we're back for another Monday night music reviews. We had such a great weekend. We interviewed MB writers. We ran the show, hyped the crowd up. The shit was dope. It was so much fun. Shout out Dre Day for being there. Drizzy, that shit was dope. How you guys doing? How was your weekend?
Oh man, everybody, you know how it is, man. You know how it is, man.
He knows how it is.
Exactly.
The weekend was good.
He went got a beer. That's how you know how it is. Look at Cassio. How was your weekend, man? As we ask you a question.
Gotta stay ready.
How was your weekend, man?
Today's popcorn bucket.
The weekend was cool. I spent time working on some music, got some tracks done, chilling with the kids. Before we got the crazy weekend coming up, out in El Paso, getting myself ready.
Yes,
Gotta stay working.
What about you, John?
Man, I've been in the lab with freaking Cassio all weekend. Before
That's
that, I was dying. End of my work week, I was at home, man. I was sick as a dog. Then once my fever broke, I was like, cool, I'm outside. And I just hopped over here. We've been in the lab 12 hours a day.
Bangers.
What about you, Willie? How's your weekend, fam?
You said me?
Yes, sir. How was your weekend, famo?
It was cool, bro. It was cool. What up? It was a blend of just work and father, daddy duties.
Yes, sir.
A whole bunch of wrangling these niggas over here, like this guy over there.
Oh man. Well, I want to introduce everybody to my boy C Minor, who's joining us tonight for Music Review.
What's up, guys?
Straight from Los Angeles, California. He is my engineer. I've been knowing for so many years. Producer. He the one that got my legs in the music business. Got me my legs, man. So I'm gonna say it like that. And he's also part of the slot contest that we're going to be doing on the 28th. He's going to be the engineer when we go to LA. He was going to be working with the artist that wins the contest. So that's why we wanted to bring him on so he could be able to hear some of the music, see what's going on with the artists that we have in the Tucson area. So yeah, so welcome, man. Welcome to Music Review Monday.
Thank you for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So
let's go a little bit more into detail. What are they going to win for this slot contest?
Oh man! So for the slot contest winner, they win a trip to Los Angeles to get in the studio with my boy C Minor, as well as a bar talk package, and as well on top of that, we're gonna be staying in the penthouse, shooting content, and as well as you get to meet with A&Rs from Empire. So this is an awesome opportunity for anybody that's really trying to do something different with their music career. I always say, hey, you gotta do something. You gotta take chances. You gotta be a risk taker. So it's all about being a risk taker in what you do, and as well as these type of opportunities don't come all the time. So make sure I get on it. And it's like I say too, I've been seeing it as well too. Like we've been talking about it that Tucson needs people that can bring opportunities that can get people to leave Tucson rather than keep on doing the same competitions that doesn't resonate for artists to get a chance to leave and be able to get that real industry experience. So I thought we put together these type of situations, and it's only for those who are serious because this is like I said, this is like a $2,500 package that we're giving to someone. So there's only $50. $50, that's it. So hopefully people, like I said, hit us up. We'll send you the link to sign up, and as well, let's get it popping.
It's a crazy opportunity, man. You don't want to miss out on that shit for real.
Yeah, it's gonna be at Juice Barbershop, and then on top of that, the winner going to get an opportunity to perform in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, so I got a book for a festival. So I talked to the promoter who said I'm allowed to bring an artist out with me to perform. That's our contest winner. So, like I said, get on top of it, man. Like I'm bringing people through, and we're not gonna bring no people through that's going bullshit and tell you what you want to hear. This is the industry. You gotta put the work in. You gotta grind, and as well, you gotta get out of Tucson.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yep. So we got our first, Jacob. Let's get into it, man.
Real quick, there's a problem with the system right now. It's having some difficulties, so I wasn't able to download some of the music that you guys sent. The audios, it won't let me download the audios. The videos I can show a different way. So if you see a little glitchy or like messing up or whatever, that's why. But we're still gonna play it. We still can hear it, and we'll still give you guys our advice.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's see.
How about them Cowboys?
Let's go.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Goddamn teams. Come on, man.
Hey. Hell no. What the
hell?
Damn. So this was from Brother Joseph. It's called. This one's from Brother Joseph. It's called "Just Trust the Father."
Just trust the Father.
Let's get it, Cruz.
Let's get it.
It's uploading. Here we go.
Jesus. I've caught the spirit. I'm not alone, and I know you can hear me. You got me home, but that's if you're willing. I don't wanna leave this place if the ground is still holy. Every time that I leave, it just doesn't seem right. The way you just lead me leads me back into the light. When you can still trust the Father, just know you can find your way. Joy blossoms in the light of day, shining through the morning rain. In the morning, I gotta thank God for letting the sun shine bright. Birds are soaring and I see new opportunities on the rise. You gave me just about everything I could ever need in my life. I'm more than just a child of God, I'm the apple of his eye. Every time that I leave, it just doesn't seem right. The way you just lead me leads me back into the light. When you can still trust the Father, just know you can find your way. Joy blossoms in the light of day, shining through the morning rain.
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, that was Brother Joseph.
Yes, shout out to Brother Joseph, man. I was real surprised with that one, man. I remember hearing him perform at the Tucson Hip Hop Awards, and this really get to see his. I didn't know his range like that. I know he was more of a singer. I thought he's a rapper.
Nah, that boy he can go.
It was a great message.
He can go. I'm trying to get him in the studio or whatever. We've been talking about some ideas and tracks. I got him helping out with Arlene too.
You need to get him perform at your church, man.
I could. Brother Joseph, you already know what it is, bro. Hit me up.
Yes, sir.
Gotta get him in here.
What you think, C? We got C Minor in the building.
You know, it's a little hard to hear on here. It was hard to tell the mix of everything just listening for that. And it was a little hard to hear all the lyrics. I'd say definitely you need some work on your vocals. I wouldn't say it sounded bad or anything, but
a lot of pitch.
I'm only, and you know what? Having a lot of auto tune is cool sometimes. Like that's a sound, you know, and it can be really dope. I'm only gonna give critiques on like what I think could help make you, you know, be better. Exactly. So I think like some vocal training for sure, but also the writing, like just straight melodies. Like I couldn't really hear the lyrics, so I'm not gonna really comment on the lyrics. But the melodies, they're not like bad melodies, but they're just kind of random, scattered melodies that they're not really like a flow from the beginning of the song. Like every hit song like has a flow from like the verse to the pre-chorus to the chorus. And even if the melodies change in the second chorus or whatever, there's still like a flow, and it's like a start to finish. Like you gotta like bring people in. The melodies were okay. They had a little catchiness to them. Like I was wanting to listen to like see where it was going, but I think just really you just got to listen to more songs, listen to old hit songs, listen to classic records. Like you have to really try to, you know, see what they're doing, figure out what they were doing, and even newer ones today too. So, and not every hit song is a great song, and not every great song is a hit. So,
Remind me of a pop.
That was nice.
Man, I've been saying that one for years.
Bars. That remind me of like a pop song. When I heard it, I was like, "Oh, this is like right up C's alley right here."
Yeah, no, it definitely has some potential in it for sure. You know, and I don't want to ever be too harsh of a critic, because anybody could be at a certain level today and then, you know, skyrocket tomorrow, or even if it's in 2 years from now and you're 100 times better or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm never trying to discourage anyone, but I am coming from working at a high level, professional level with A-list artists. So it's like there's a certain quality that has to be there for you to cut through. And, you know, it's obviously very difficult, even if you are already A-list quality, but don't have the name or the, you know, the credits, you know, it's still hard to cut through, you know,
so hard,
everything. Man. Yeah. So, but yeah, definitely good job. I mean, I've heard way worse. So you on the right track.
You ain't never lying. Sometimes I had to be in the rooms when I was hearing that too.
Yeah, I used to there used to be this service, it was called Music X-Ray, and people would submit songs, and some of them weren't bad, but there was so many that I could I could barely like let it play.
Yeah, I remember you said
I mean, you know,
I remember.
And it sucks because you know, I don't hate on anyone for trying. I mean, if it's something you want to do, you got to try it, you know. So and if it's something you really are passionate about, doesn't matter if you're good or not, you're going to just keep doing it and you're going to get better if it's for you. So
perseverance is the key. You got to stay with it. You know, you can't get discouraged. And as well, it's just the way the industry is. You got to keep stay on top of it, because it's always people working just as hard as you.
Yeah. Oh, another thing too, just don't be, I'm guessing you wrote the song yourself, but you know, don't be afraid to collaborate with other writers or producers, other people, get input, you know, find people that are good though. Try to find people that are better than you, that you are like, damn, I wish I could write something like what you just played me. You know, that's how you're going to elevate. You can't really elevate even being around someone that's at your same level. A little bit sometimes you can for sure, but you're going to really notice a difference when you're with somebody that's above your level.
Yeah.
And they don't have to be crazy. They don't have to be like, let's say you're at a D level. They don't got to be at A. They just got to be at like C. You know, just a little bit above you.
Yes, sir. What's up, Willie? You got something to say?
Yes. C minor, bro. C minor. Bro.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
I see you. I hear you.
Hold on. I'm not done. 5 times. Thank you, bro. Because listen. What you just did right now, bro, is you really just touched base and light and said what I feel like even Brother Joseph even will be able to say, yeah, I need to hear this. Because you're shedding light on some stuff that no one is really dropping on motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that is solid critique knowledge and
thank you.
Keys to enhancing, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I just want people to get better. I appreciate it. Yeah.
You don't even know the gratitude of thanks for me hearing you tell him that. And listen, thank you, bro. That's all I got to say.
You're welcome.
If you know, you know. That's all. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Willie's hair just went up when he just said that too.
Thank you.
Oh man. So let's keep it moving, Jacob. What we got next, brother?
Listen, it's one thing. Listen, and for any of the viewers, anyone who would be submitting music to us for the review, you know, and if anyone who has watched the show and will understand, we're not here to like put a battery in your back. We're not here to tell you what you want to hear. We're here to give you honest, not biased, honest-based critique to enhance and better yourself. We're not being judgmental. We're not telling you your shit is we're not doing none of that. We're simply telling you and giving you knowledge from ourselves, which we have an abundance of collectively, you know? Like we're giving you knowledge to enhance you. And if you go ahead and try and do it, then and see what happens, you know? It's a win. If you don't do it, that's on you, you know? But at the end of the day, there's so much that can be taken from just viewing and watching us. And artists, don't be no tenderoni, yo. Don't be scared to get constructive criticism, because that shit right there is just going to make you even better, yo. For real.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
anyone
and
that's
for the
not
rest
giving
of
you
the show, y'all
constructive,
motherfuckers, take heed and listen. Take heed and listen to what my man C Minor got to say. That's all I got.
Oh yeah. Yes. That's why that's what the show is about. And as well, we try to bring in people that really gonna give you the point of view that you need to hear and where you need to go with your music. But thank you, man. Appreciate that. Willie, let them know, man.
Yeah. Man.
Who we got next?
Jacob, we got next.
You guys are gonna like this one. This one's called "Here I Am" by Jay Lee.
Hey,
Jay Lee, here I am.
Baby, I know this ain't your first time, so let's make this your last. And we cannot waste time. Focus on your past. Baby, this is not your first time, so let's make this your last. And we cannot waste time. Focus on your past. You told me that it's 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Too many times they had you messed up in different ways. And I'm here to tell you that you'll always be mine, baby, and I'm here to stay. I don't need to pressure you, and you don't need to worry. Cause baby, I'ma be there to catch you whenever you fallin'. I'll be there in a hurry. I know that I told you this once before, baby, that I will never ever let you fall, baby. And that I'll be there whenever you wanna call, baby. And that I'll be your knight in shining armor, baby. I can be the court, you be the ball, baby. You can be the fuse, I'll be the bomb, baby. Loving you so good, it be so bomb, baby. I just wanna go and show you off, baby. Baby, I know this ain't your first time, so let's make this your last. And we cannot waste time. Focus on your past. Baby, this is not your first time, so let's make this your last. And we cannot waste time. Focus on your past.
Yeah.
Yo, okay.
Yo.
Okay.
That was different.
I
Did we hear him before?
Like the
You could tell that you shot that video yourself, like probably with the camera stand or something. But just get like somebody to edit it for you, man. Put some little transitions in between.
Definitely need some transition. And then as far as your like body language when you're shooting your videos, man, you had that different angle where it was down low, and then you kind of ducked down to look at the camera. You should have just kept that same pose and stared through the camera as if it was like catching an intimate moment, rather than you ducking down, because then it looks like your camera's in a bad position instead of like a stylistic position.
Yeah.
I fuck with the song. I'm gonna stick with most of the vocals on it. I feel like it goes back into what C Minor was talking about. Some tracks go well with the auto tune, and some don't. I feel like this one does to a degree. Having a little bit of a natural tone in there, like it's somewhere in the verse, and letting like you act like people actually hearing, or especially if you sing it to a chick, like letting her actually hear what you sound like if you talking to her, making it more interpersonal. It was more dreamy for the whole track. So it was, I won't say monotone, but to me it felt monotone as far as what was going on with the track. But I fuck with the vibe. I fuck with what he was trying to do and the angle he got. I rock with that.
I say it too, like this, like I got like a Tory Lanez vibe when I was listening to it. And I feel like when it comes to like auto tunes, a lot of people try to find they don't have their sound set. They just go through different notes, and I feel like it was a good vibe. It just needs to be mixed a little bit better. It needs to be the words and stuff like that just needs to be I think certain notes he just need to hit like melodies on certain verses instead of just being like just like him just singing. And I feel like that's like the style today. Like they don't add no like a little riffs and stuff in the song. They're just like
riffs or harmonies, like throwing in a harmony in there somewhere.
Like, and I miss those type of songs, like especially with R&B.
Damn it, Jacob, we got to get the damn song on here.
So that's what I'm missing in the song. I'm saying I see that could be a little bit better, just some more harmony, some more riffs, a little bit more chill with the transitions, like you said, with the song. Like it's a dreamy vibe. But I see what he's doing. He had the rolls on the microphone. He's trying to get that artist vibe. I give him that, and as well, it's like that's why I say Tory Lanez gave me that R&B thug type of vibe, like the do rag on, the sunglasses.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, and it's not wrong with being inspired, but sometimes you gotta like step outside your comfort zone and take it to the next level. You know, sometimes I shouldn't be able to like. There's nothing wrong with like, oh, that's a Tory Lanez type vibe, but I should be like, damn, that dude's different, yo. You know, that dude's different. That's why I like, because nothing wrong being inspired, but I know like where we come from, we get inspired, but we want to do it better or do it our own way. We never be like, oh, I'm gonna try to be like this guy. We always be like, that's dope, but I'm gonna do it like this.
Yeah.
What you think, C?
Shout out, Raina.
Yeah, I agree with everything you guys have said so far. I think I honestly wasn't watching the video as much. I actually had my eyes closed trying to listen to the song more. I definitely like it. There's a really good vibe. You have a really good voice. You have a good tone. That's another thing. There's a lot of people out there that can actually sing really well, but their tone just isn't that appealing. So your tone is a good tone as well as you can actually sing. I think honestly, I'm gonna just say it to everybody. I don't care if you're, Usher, Beyonce, I don't care who it is. You could always use some more vocal training. You can always tighten up. Like Michael Jackson, everybody has the top vocal coaches with them all the time. Everywhere. So that's always gonna be the feedback. Always just try to push yourself. I would say definitely I know not every song has to have harmonies or backgrounds, but I would say you could have probably put some in this one, and I think you can experiment more with your melodies. None of the melodies were bad. I kind of remember like maybe one or two, maybe, but like I think just don't just push yourself to do the best. Like push. Like when you think you got this is something that I can't remember who it was. I think it's Max Martin. If you don't know him, he's like one of the biggest pop songwriter producers in the entire world. Like he's got more #1 hits than anybody. So I believe he's the one that said this, if I'm not mistaken. He said, whenever you think you have your hook, make that your pre-chorus and then make something hotter than that for your actual hook. So you have to like start somewhere, of course. You can get, what is it? It's called analysis paralysis. If you sit there and try to come up with the best, verse or best hook all at once. So sometimes you just got to get the idea out, which is good. Get your first draft. Everybody does it. Every writer, if you're writing a book, if you're writing a script for a movie, a TV show, they're writing so many drafts to get it to the best version it can be. So just, especially if you have the flexibility, if you're recording yourself at home, I don't know how you're doing it. If you already have that capability, then you have the freedom to really, really go in. If you're going and having to pay someone else to do it, then I understand you don't have as much freedom to spend that much time, because it's going to be, more money. But if you have it at home to record it, at your leisure, there's no reason for you not to push the bar more and more. I think a lot of people are so focused on just getting a song done, putting it out, that they don't. And it's hard to say don't do that too, because people go viral and people get some good numbers and make a lot of money sometimes just by doing something and putting it out. It can work, but if we're talking about how to improve your craft, so just keep that in mind as well. But I think everything else is good. Just push yourself, experiment more with melodies, try some different runs, do weird background vocal tricks, like just anything. Add sounds. Listen to like Brandy. She got crazy backgrounds, and she was an innovator for background vocals and stuff like that. Just it's not what you would expect. It's not just harmonizing a lead vocal, it's adding different background stuff to it.
Layers.
So, yeah, a lot of layers, there's so many things. Like you can find a lot of this information. You just got to YouTube it. Just like how to do cool background ideas, or for R&B song or pop song or whatever. Just like you got to just take it serious. It's an art, and it is supposed to be what you feel, but there are so many tools and there's so many things people have already like figured out how to do, that if you don't know how to do those things, then you're still far behind the professionals that are doing it. At that point, it's just a hobby and you're just doing it because that's what you feel, but you're not really taking it serious,
Yes, sir.
So, but other than that, it was definitely really good. Yep.
Appreciate it, Willie. What you got, Willie? Chop cheese, Willie.
Like, I don't know if you guys heard. I was honestly when you guys played it, my whole screen just went black.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to hear it. So.
Oh.
Like I said, whoever didn't hear earlier, just take heed to what we're giving you guys on advice. That's what I gotta say, because my guys know what they talking about.
Yes, sir.
Hey, and big shout out to C minor too, though, because there's points in there that you can actually articulate better than what we've been trying to do with a lot of the other previous episodes. So like you're chiming into the same thing that we've been talking about, but you have a different way of bringing that out, and that's like it's dope. It's dope.
Thank you.
Very
I love that.
Very necessary.
So listen, just imagine working in the studio with this guy. Exactly.
People love it and hate it at the same time because I mean it does depend on every situation, but a lot of times, you know, if the artist, you know, is cool, you know, and I'm vibing with them, I'm going to be telling them, no, do it again, do this, do that. Like there's so many things that you have vocal producers that tell you what to do, you know, like in the studio, and they tell some of the best how to sing the song better. So because recording is a completely different thing than just singing. Singing is just your voice and, you know, projecting on a microphone or whatever in front of people. Recording is a recording technique. That's why it's called recording artist, because it's an art to recording. So there's a lot of techniques, and I mean, I bet I don't even know half of them, to be honest. Like there's so many more that I don't even know, but I do know a lot. I know a lot. Don't get me wrong.
I do a lot of research. I do a lot of research, and one person that stands out with me is Stevie Mackey.
Oh yeah, that's a good friend of mine. Dude, he's incredible.
Bro, insane. Recording as a recording vocalist and recording artist, and as a vocalist, period. That dude, man.
He's very gifted. He knows what songs need, you know, like he knows the right feeling. He gets it, you know. There's a lot of great singers and stuff like that there, but it does take a special person to understand like what someone else needs to do to make the song the best it can be for what they're capable of too.
Yeah. And it's a lot of work to get to that point to where you get that sound out.
Yep.
Recording and singing just, you know, acoustically or whatever. You like it's a lot of work doing that.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What we got next, Jacob?
I'm gonna try this other way. Let me know if you guys can hear this, okay? I've never tried this shit before, but let's see if I could do it.
Jacob's pulling a Peyton Manning Omaha audible at the line of scrimmage.
Omaha. Man.
Boy, Willie though.
Right. Willie would be the one to pull that.
Boy, Willie.
Willie would be the one to pull that.
Boy. All right, Willie Bimmin.
Hey, and while he's doing that, it's because I know you said C minor is going to be the producer that's going to be working with the winners. The winner of
the slot contest.
The slot contest, right?
Yes.
Is he going to be reviewing how the show goes, or is he going to be at the show, or?
No, he, well, unfortunately, won't be at the show. C minor is a very busy man. I was lucky to get him on the show tonight.
I'm so busy. The president's been calling me. I've been ignoring.
Nah, I was just asking because I'm like, boy.
We can hear you.
I'm like, boy.
But if he's able to,
right,
then
I'm gonna try to share.
If he's able to, then
I'm gonna try to share this song from Cassio and Jay right here. Let me know if you guys could hear it, okay? Because I've never done it this way before, but just let me know.
I can loud and clear.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. Yep.
Cassio.
We got a penny.
Yeah, you are the finest thing I ever seen, girl. You are the best thing for me. Yeah, you are. Bring your body close to me, girl. You are. saw you walking by, got lost in your eyes. You got me hypnotized, stuck and so surprised. Next to you, baby. I hope it's true, baby. I'm feeling something strange, going through some things. Can I pick your brain? Do you feel the same? I'm lost in you, baby. Lost in you, baby. Baby, let me take you to a better place. Trying to show you something that you never seen. I know you just been looking for your better days. Let me hold you closer till you reach your dreams. Yeah, you are, you are, you are the finest thing I ever seen, girl. You are, you are, you are the best thing for me. Yeah, you are, you are, you are. Bring your body close to me, girl. You are, you are, you are. You are. Stars aligning, perfect timing. Instantly, we both was vibing. Girl, you shining, got me blinded, mesmerized just like a diamond. You the shorty, I'm the giant, but the love is still the same. I'll stop when I learn your name. Girl, just let me pick your brain. Wanna take you to an island, stunning, got you wildin'. Dollars in my pocket, but you are my only diamond. Steady mobbing style, but we loud in silence. My touch is tender, love fierce like violence. Baby, let me take you to a better place. Trying to show you something that you never seen. I know you just been looking for your better days. Come on, girl. Let me hold you closer till you reach your dreams. Yeah, you are, you are, you are the finest thing I ever seen, girl. You are, you are, you are the best thing for me. Yeah, you are, you are, you are. Bring your body close to me, girl. You are, you are, you are. You are.
Hopefully, y'all can hear that better than what we could on here. It sounded a little weird on my end.
It sounded all right.
It sounded all right.
Like,
Got tappy at
like
some
quality.
Part. Yeah.
Go ahead, Dre.
Oh my goodness! Sorry, I had to stretch. Oh yeah, man.
Hey, can I start this off?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So listen, I can't, right now words can't really describe. So I got actions. Let me show you my actions and speak about this song, okay? You are.
Hey,
hold
he
on.
said make babies with this one.
Hold on. Hey, I'm at work, man. Why you gotta get me on my? Hold on, man.
That's a love making music right there,
bro.
Sounds like some babies are gonna be made.
Oh
And
man!
Somebody asked if we wrote it. Yeah, we wrote it.
Yes,
got it. You wrote and produced it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Me and John, we went through the whole thing.
Hey, Cassio, John, y'all couldn't wait to just drop this, huh? Y'all couldn't wait.
Yes and no, but we really wanted to get C Minor's opinion and critique. That's why I really wanted to be able to have like something to go on. Like we've been telling everybody else, this includes us at the same time as artists and producers and engineers. So I really, especially like he said, being able to be attached to somebody at a higher level, if he has something for us to work on, and that's primarily what we want to be focused on. That's how you get better.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this. Definitely not bad. It gives me, I don't know if this is the right reference I'm going to say, but my brain is not coming up with anything, but it gives me like some old Jodeci vibes.
That nigga took off running. He's gonna go do a lap around the whole car and come back in. Damn.
So, obviously, there's nothing against, having an old school vibe like a Jodeci or nothing like that because they were dope. But I would just say that both the singing and the rapping definitely were very old school, they're not really current. That's like I would say maybe the bigger critique. I like the vibe though, and again, I think you can push yourself with the melodies, even if you wanted to stay old school, right? Like, think about how Bruno Mars did it with his '90s album. Like, they were fresh. Like every melody is fresh. Like, even though it makes you feel like the '90s, it made you be like, damn, I ain't hear nothing like that though in the '90s. Because it wasn't done in the '90s, right? So like you can push yourself to be more current, but if you want to keep the old school flavor, like do what's true to you. You have to stay authentic, right? So do that. And then also I think vocally keep working. I think there's some lead vocal parts. There's a lot actually that like you could have done better.
I heard it.
Yeah, and
mix it up.
Yeah, just I
in
think
the sense of the cadence and the tempo. That's what I can say on both of y'all. Like one thing I like, it's almost like I can predict the way you're gonna project the next 4 bars a segment, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, and that wasn't so much, but there were some parts where the melody seemed like you were losing the singing aspect, and it was going almost like talking, almost. Like it could have just been done better. It felt like some of it felt just a little forced, maybe.
Got you.
Maybe add some more layers.
Yeah, maybe. But I think just taking the time, like record it and then record it again and then record it again. You know, like, and just take the time to do it. I mean, I don't know how long did it take you to record that?
We wrote it last week, like Wednesday, I think it was.
Okay.
Did 4 takes through. Did another re-recording. Saturday, I think it was. Saturday or Sunday. And then, like I said, I wanted to put it on here to get your opinion.
No, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
From where we are now.
No, absolutely. Yeah. I was just wondering because, you know, I've recorded songs with a lot of artists and, you know, obviously rap is different. You know, rap can be done a lot faster. And even certain pop stuff can go faster. Certain R&B stuff can go faster. It just depends on the song and everything. But, you know, just take your time. Like most of the time, we spend an entire session doing lead vocals only. And sometimes even 2 sessions to do lead vocals. And once the lead vocals are done, that's when we start doing the stacks, doubles, and then harmonies and backgrounds. So like, you really want to, and I get it. Sometimes when you're writing it, you just got to lay it down. You know, don't wait. Obviously, if you got background ideas, put them down so they're there.
Right.
But when you're really recording, focus on getting the lead vocal perfect as best you can.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
basically where we were at. Well, where we're at now, we had hurried up. Like I heard different things. He heard different things. We started messing around with the lyrics. As soon as, like you said, as soon as we caught it, it was like, oh, all right, hurry up, boom, 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 record it real quick.
Right.
And then we just did a re-recording just to kind of somewhat tighten it up a little bit and get closer to where we wanted to be.
Yeah.
For the most part, but we know we still got more. But like I said, this was vital.
Right.
This was vital.
Yeah, for sure.
Dre said you was gonna be on it, and so I was like, bro, like send that shit to Jacob so that way he can peek it and then tell us what we need to do better, and then we'll fix that after.
Yeah, and you know, back to the style, like for the rap part, it's hard for me to like be too harsh sometimes because I don't want to say something can or can't work because I'm not the person to decide that, you know? It's going to be your fans. It's the people that hear it are going to decide if they like it or not, right? And there's a lot of things people will listen to that I might not ever want to listen to, right? So it's hard for me to be like, oh, this can't work, you know, because I don't know what can or can't, you know? So, but I would just say like, if you're trying to stand out, I don't think anything that was done would like make you stand out. you know.
This was more so for this fool. So I help with the writing. Like legit, I tell you the truth right now. I ain't a rapper. I ain't trying to be a rapper.
Okay.
I was literally in the studio for our rappers to show up. He's
gotcha.
I got this song.
He's like, put something on there. Okay.
I was like, all right, bet. I'll demo the voicing for you. My bad. I'll demo the voicing for you so that way you can get your shit out. And he was like,
got you.
Cool. Hell yeah. And I was like, all right, bet. So I'm the boy in the
all good
right there.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm a manager.
Yo.
The other portion. Hold on 1 second. The other portion of what you were talking about, as far as working with other people who write in a different way, they bring a different style, they bring a different flow or a cadence to what you're doing. I started with the hook, and I started with another verse, and it was kind of like, I don't know, it's not all the way there, and I was like trying to figure it out. He came through, and he was like, "Hey, bro, I'm here. We were waiting on several artists to come in because I was supposed to be recording. When I'm not recording, I'm doing something else. I'm working on other personal projects."
Yeah.
So he heard the track, and he was like, "Ooh," and he started freestyling. And when he freestyled, I'm like, "Wait, what'd you just say?" I'm like, no. Do that again. He's like, I don't know what the hell I just said. So we hurried up and just tried to put everything.
Yeah, you tried to catch it. Yeah,
right, just to catch it. It's not my style of writing, but it was still something that could lead into something else. It gives me it gives me a different sound from people who listen to my music.
Right. Oh, I do want to say this too. This is for everyone that's still here, any of the other artists that they're still on. Just know too, there's so many different lanes when you're creating songs, right? So I'm coming from more of a strictly like what could sound like it's a hit on the radio. Like that's more where my brain goes to immediately, but that's only one aspect. That song you just played, everybody's song, honestly, your song could be trash and it could still hit a TV show for a backing track or a movie, like, because they always need stuff, you know? So like, and they're more in the background. So it's not supposed to take your focus away from what's actually happening in the movie or the show. So there's a lot of songs, then you can make a lot of money by doing syncs for TV and film. And the songs they don't even want songs that sound like they're on the radio quality. Like, not because of the quality of the sound, but just like the style. And they don't want something that's like in your face. You know, hit records, they're in your face. Like the lyrics, the track, how they're mixed, the melodies, how they go. Like, they are supposed to distract you from everything that's happening when you hear it. You're like, what's that? You know?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Just keep that in mind, that like, just because you make a song that might not sound like it's good for radio or good to sell to, you know, a Justin Bieber or whoever, like, that doesn't mean it can't make money or do numbers or have people wanting to stream it. So I just wanted to say that. So
big facts. Definitely appreciate your knowledge, bro. Definitely appreciate your knowledge.
Yeah.
C-minor is the key.
Can I say something?
Can you?
C-minor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know what? Yeah. You know what? For that, here we go. See, you hit it on the head, bro. Right? You said like the '90s vibe, but it's got the '90s style, you know. But listen, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was. Okay. John down here, up here, you know, this guy, that guy over there. Okay, not the rapper, right? He came through. Cassio was like, "Yo, fam, check this out. Check what I'm working on." Right? That man secretly, is LL Cool J reincarnated. You feel me? So like he was like, yo, you got this, bro.
Take the head off.
Oh, wait. Oh, man. Oh. Okay.
So, hey, he said, yo, I got Jodeci in the house. Jodeci beats LL Cool J.
Yo. It really doesn't help that my name is Jay, though. So, like, that doesn't help at all.
Oh, my God.
This boy said,
Well, you don't sound like him, and you don't talk like him, so you're all right.
I ain't from New York. I'm from Cali, baby.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
And even when he recorded, after he laid his verse, he went like this.
Oh,
hell nah.
It's crazy.
Wild. All right, we got someone else.
We got next, Jacob.
Yeah. Let me see. This is Lag Switch, and it's called In My Mind.
Don't mind my rhymes, gonna be fine even though I'm in my mind every day. But anyways, so how should I start this? As a marksman going hard and I am marking targets, screeching like a beast in the cage, reaching the beast so you'll be ceased in a maze. Y'all acting like leeches, I'm gonna be making you deceased in a place. So your spirit's gonna be played by a priest with some sage. Keep thinking that my mind is in the face, but I'm overthinking, making my brain inflate, tripping like a kid who knew they didn't wanna do all I like with. I am off the scene, as you see I'm a beast that's in the league of his own, destroying beats, so take a seat and you will see I'm a capital Z, cause I'm a B inside of my zone. I reside in my mind when I fight to defy the microphone, even if I'm being foolish, telling myself to prove it and follow through with it, and even if it's leaving me bruises, I'm still clueless, cause I'm feeling out of place, so I resign so pensively. My security declines, making my mind pressure debate probably impeded my mental capacity substantially. By any strategy ends in travesty. When I overthink, I start diminishing my anatomy. Actually, I should done cause of my anxiety, like I coming across an angry gorilla who is eyeing me. Fear strikes in my mind and I cry silently. Darkness arises like I got no light in me. Gotta be feeling that my brain denies the personal strife. In spite, my shine is only the cry of the moonlight. Diminish your brain is bright like a kid's nightlight. Jiggling my brain to subside the foresight. Possibly, I'm foolishly thinking that I'm gonna be losing it, like an alpha overloaded, losing a trooper, having amusement to it. Also being clueless due to the abuse that is confusing my mood. I'm feeling so intuitive. Feeling a little vexed since I mix, not giving two shits. Pick it apart my break cause it's lacking performance from a master craftsman. So I walk causing disorder since my mind is acting absent. Neurosurgeon experimenting upon a mammal's why humans portraying as vestal virgins, yet their motives more for the form of dissatisfaction. So everybody nervously, purposely searching, anticipating my next reaction. I will never fall, so the soul be hurting and irking for satisfaction, making the brain scattered by their lack of inaction, putting forth interest as it matches detraction. Inhabitants having greed, silenced by actuality. Voices poison people's choices cause they're claiming camaraderie. That counteracts a fatal attraction actually, with action causing catastrophe. It's the result of an ultimate masterpiece. On a side note, having a heart with a hole at a rap on a metronome, showing no love like the person I'm losing was the stone holding my home. Now they leave with a scar marked on my chromosome, so watch as another golden heart slowly hurt and turn to stone.
All right.
Ooh, can I start that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I appreciate the angle. I definitely appreciate the angle. It's something different. I would say probably like producing or engineering wise, the timing of the changes of the tracks need to go according to some type of structure instead of just throwing a random sound and then dropping. It was a little bit weird doing it that way.
There's like a lot going on, huh?
Yeah. I like, because John was saying that it was a lot happening, it was too much. I don't feel like it was too much. I feel like if it was time, kind of like Dre, how you DJ and you punch the beat in after something and get it right on time when it comes in, even if it's a different type of beat, you catch it on time and you still make it sync together. The beats didn't sync together at all.
He was trying to do, what's that Kim, that artist that's out here, Kim, something like that. He sound like Kendrick. That be having no transition songs. I forgot. Yeah. That's what I feel like he was trying to do. But I'll let you finish. I'll talk about it later.
I got you. And the last thing, for me at least, well, two things. One, writing wise, I feel like he was reading everything out of a dictionary, every big word or semi big word to say the somewhat simplest things. The flow and the ride and everything was dope, but that part felt like it was a little bit too much. But at the same time, if he was to do that, if that's his style, find an interesting way to have it brought out. Something entertaining, something that'll like catch your eye sound wise as far as people hearing you while you're doing that.
So kind of like what C Minor has said as far as like my lyrics when in our track is the voice didn't stand out beyond the track. There was so much going on, and that's what I meant by there was too much going on. Is the track and his actual audio was overpowering what he was trying to say. And I was getting lost in what he was trying to say because there was so much going on in the audio switch ups and all that kind of stuff.
Yep. But that's me and John.
Yeah. So I do agree about the dictionary, like on some of the bigger words. It seemed a little like forced to do something with a bigger word versus having a word there that was a bigger word that just like, oh shoot, that just worked like perfectly, you know? But I'd say the two big things that I maybe three things outside of that. Number one, you need to work on finding your voice, which is kind of what you guys were just saying too. But not just for this song, your voice in general. It seems like you have not found a voice for your artistry yet. And that does take time, and some people take years to do it. Some people just get it a lot sooner, but really focus on having a sound. It just sounds more of like anybody. Someone could take this, and anybody that doesn't even rap or sing or do anything in music could almost do what you just did with your song. And it wouldn't be that difficult to do. And they would sound pretty similar, I think, in a lot of ways. Maybe some spots, obviously, they're not going to get it as good because I'm sure you've been doing it for a little while at least. But focus on your sound of your voice. Like, how are people going to perceive you? Like, you want, like, when you hear Chris Brown, you know it's Chris Brown. When you hear Kendrick, you know it's Kendrick. Even when Kendrick does weird voices, you still know it's him. Like, it's defined. You know, everybody knows Jay-Z, how his voice sounds. Kanye, like, there's a sound, you know, and that's a big part. The other thing is, I think the flow overall, I don't know if it's just the flow only itself, or it really, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but it seems like you had this song written and then you had a track and you just put the written song over a track. And it didn't really match it as well as writing to the track. So because some of the stuff didn't, well, you know, Dre and I both are, you know, ex-professional dancers. So it's almost like doing like a ballet routine to like a hip hop track. It's like, even though you can do ballet to hip hop or whatever, if it didn't fit it, like, you know, we're not gonna break dance to a song that's for like popping. You know, and you're not gonna do a house, you know, dance to a song that's like for b-boying. So it's gotta make sense. We as a dancer, you listen to the music and you move based on how the music is making you feel. Yeah. So as an artist, a rapper, singer, you should be listening to the music and rapping how it comes out. Now, like I said, I don't know what you did. You maybe have done that, and maybe that's what you felt, you know, also. And if that's the case, I would say start listening to music more. Listen to how other people that you like, at least, are hitting their flow. Because I think the flow could definitely change up, and I think it could be more complementary to the track. But I think that's it. But yeah, I do agree. Also, it is a little bit different. You know, I think there's a lane there for where you're at, like where you're like sitting, but you can just hone in on it a lot more, you know, to perfect it, you know. And people, when you hear a song from an artist, or you see someone perform, or you see an actor that's good and been doing it for a while, you can tell immediately, okay, they know what they're doing. Even if it's not something you like, you can see it. They have a presence, they have a sound, they have a look. So make sure you're focused on having all those things that, apply to what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Perfectly said. I couldn't say it better. See, thank you.
Oh, no problem. Go ahead, Dre. You ain't got nothing to say now?
I don't got nothing to say, man. But I will say this. I kind of like how the last two songs, wherever he did the last two with the song, how the switch up was. I kind of like how his flow was on them last two. I could say that.
Yeah.
It's just that I could just say like you said, the beginning threw me off, and then as we went through the transition of songs, the last two was like, okay, I see. He could now. He getting saucy a little bit, and I think that's where you need to like find, like you said, your sound and stuff. Whereas though you can if you ain't doing this when you rapping and if you just like this and as well like looking for the big words and simpler is better sometimes, because a lot of big hits come from just not overthinking, and sometimes you got to just let it just come naturally and just flow and have fun with the words and have fun with the beats, because there's certain parts in the beats that you can ride and certain sounds that you can break on and then come back, because like you said, it just sounded like he was just flowing, and it's okay to flow, but like you said, I'm looking at it as a radio standpoint, it has to be catchy, catchy.
Yeah, go ahead. I had some more stuff to add. I'm sorry, I can talk forever, guys. Okay, so this applies for rapping and singing. When you're coming up with your flow or your melody, everything is on a beat.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think like you're playing a drum or percussion with your voice. So if it's you're rapping, it doesn't matter, or your melody, or you're singing a melody, it's all going to fall into a beat and it has a rhythm. So just mess around with, like, if you had a drum like a bongo or something, or just tapping on a table, like what beats would you hit, like if you were a drummer adding a beat on top of the beat that's already there, and that can be your flow. If that's a way that you can use to maybe create different ideas, and that's for anybody, just try different, rhythms all the time. Also, I do think it did sound like you were reading like your song as well. Like you wrote it down and you're reading it in the booth.
There was a comment that Too Fresh put on there that he memorizes. And shout out Too Fresh, he's on the show a lot too. Bringing his music. He said he memorizes his lyrics before he gets into the studio recording, so that way he can try to find, like what you were saying, C minor, and what Dre was saying, as far as finding and bringing that energy as you're going through the track.
Exactly.
He memorizes it so that way he's there. So shout out to Fresh, because that's great advice, because it did sound like he was reading. But some people can do both. So it's not to say that you have
I see
to,
Too Fresh.
because sometimes you can catch that random lick on certain things. But it is good to be able to find out or figure out if this particular track is something for you to memorize or for you to be able to like free flow it a little bit.
Right, exactly. And I think the more experience you gain, just like anything, you can start doing more, right? Mm-hmm. So the better you get, sometimes you're going to be able to just read it, and you know exactly what you have to do to get the sound you need. So you're not worried about it. You're in that lane, But just think about it. It's everything is acting. You're portraying this character, even if it's the same character every song with just different lyrics and beats. You're still that character, so you have to be that character, So as long as you're getting it, then you're good. So,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So moving on, where we at, Jacob? We at the last one, or where we at?
We have two more, but hopefully I can play them. We got one from Gino. It's called "One More Thing Before I Go."
Man. Thing to say. One more thing before I go, I'ma give the Lord the praise, cause he broke me out the cage, show me love, he gave me grace. He said go and break them chains, hit the street and make a change, show my people there's a way, only speak about what's real, only rap about my pain. One more thing before I go, I just cannot lose control. One more thing before I go, help me build a brand new road. One more thing before I go, help me break for all my foes. One more thing before I go, I'ma give you I was living filthy, bumping filthy T-Rail, perfect timing, this assignment might be violent. I'ma die if I don't try, killing demons, dirty devil in a shot of liquor. If you drink it, he come quicker, when you feed it, it grow bigger. Black dog, white dog, which one do you feed, dog? Spare life or thug life, Proverbs or G-pipes, smoking beans, all these fiends really need some Jesus Christ. Who am I to judge? I'm just a drunk, I need some Jesus Christ. The liquor had me hostage, I was chained to the corner of the room, felt abandoned, feeling hopeless. I was angry, big bull. Trust nobody, need nobody. If I'm nobody, you're nobody. Then nobody told me about somebody. Tell somebody, tell them about the pain, tell them about the change. Life's been rearranged since the day I lost my daughter. I ain't been the same. My wounds still open, my heart still broken. Nobody in my house, everything got stolen. Everything pouring out, I got some water for this blood. Angels watching over us, only God I put my trust. I got some rain for this Arizona dust. Hot pouring out rivers, filling streets, something real that you can want. This my life, this my heart, I'm just venting on some paper, slowly fading like some vapor. Pray now, then go pray later, smile now, then go cry later. It's now, there's no more later. I'ma give it all I got, right hands for my savior. Going through some things, I'm in the storm, but I'm still blessed. Life or death, nothing left, just wanna give you my last breath. The liquor had me wrong lane, driving wrong ways, wrecked the whip, D-U-G, driving under God's. One more thing before I go, I'ma give the Lord the praise, cause he broke me out the cage, show me love, he gave me grace. He said go and break them chains, hit the street and make a change, show my people there's a way, only speak about what's real, only rap about my pain. One more thing before I go, I just cannot lose control. One more thing before I go, help me build a brand new road. One more thing before I go, help me pray for all my foes. One more thing before I go, I'ma give you my whole soul.
I don't know, so.
Woo.
Okay.
Willie, want to say something?
My screen was black again, so I'm relying on.
Damn.
Yo, if you think I'm capping, I'm gonna screenshot my screen next time it happens.
Nah,
all right. We saw it on this side the first time for sure.
So
I wasn't
Willie
paying
is
attention
phoning
because
a
it was a
friend.
video.
I am phoning Dre Day.
I wasn't. Well, we couldn't see it this time because it was a video, but we'll go ahead and start because we got a few things. We'll cut it short. We'll cut it short. Freaking lyrically, I like what he's doing. I appreciate how he it was Gino, right? That was his name, Gino? Jacob? Yeah. So Gino, I rock with your style and how you doing. Dude, I go to church. I pray every day. I'm a musician at my church. I love and appreciate like how you having that conversation and you're making it real life. The delivery is the thing that I was paying attention to more because it sounds like you're yelling at somebody. That's a track that you should be talking to them. Like really have a conversation. Like just my personal thoughts. Like have a conversation with your listener. There's one more thing before I go. Instead of yelling at them, find a way in your voice to actually have that conversation and let that be shown in your video. That's not a hype video where you're doing this, maybe at certain sections, but for the entire video, it was a lot of energy. Granted, the track did like lyrically, it's a lot of energy in it, but what you're saying should be shown in your video. I love the fact that you had a random ass Texaco. I don't know where the hell that
was. I think that's the Texaco out in Bisbee, if I'm not mistaken. It's a dope ass spot. It's actually like a perfect spot for like an album cover. That would be like a sick ass picture. Piggybacking on what he's talking about as far as like the conversation with the listener, like stylistically on the video, like when you were sitting there and you kept flashing back to the black and white. I love that flash over to the black and white.
Yeah.
That was a dope contrast. So what I was thinking about is like while you were doing your verses, I'm sitting there seeing you at the table, and you're sitting at a table, and your hand gestures, instead of up here, they're down here, and they're calm, relaxed. Like he was saying, find that voice and that delivery on like a lower note, or you're talking to like, you know, your brother or your uncle or your confidant, whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? And you're telling that story to them, but you're doing it, and then you're using the video to help you project that story along. You know what I'm saying? The other thing that we thought about as far as the video aspect of it, whereas you were at that Texaco, is even so, you were doing like a pacing motion with the hand gestures, and it's like, man, just even if you walked that corner of that Texaco, because it's lit all the way around. If you started at one corner of the Texaco, you know what I mean, and stylistically walked it, and like one of your verses is you walking as you're talking, and you're using your hand gestures here, then that gets that message across again, where it's like it's calming you down to where it gives that the lyrics will come across clearer, you know what I mean, and it'll give that poignant, like, wow, that, like, man, that was
like, there's a little too much energy,
huh?
There's a little too much energy.
Yeah, but like that would help calm it down. Is like if he's walking as he's doing it, you know what I mean, and it's like a camera actual where they're following him, you know what I mean, and they're on a back pace while they're doing it. It'll give a different perspective to the situation.
Mm-hmm. Well, one thing I could say, listen to it. I feel like he needs like a female vocalist on the hook.
I could see that.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
That would smooth it out a little bit, and then as well, like he gave me like the beat remind me like an NBA YoungBoy type of vibe with the beat, and that's why it's kind of like off sonically with his vocals, because it's more like the sound is more today, and his vocals is not matching the sound of today.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You got to find his rhythm, because he don't have his cadence is off.
You know, I didn't have that big of a deal with that, what you guys are talking about, but I do agree. Like maybe it was a little forceful, like being a little too much yelling. But I wasn't that mad at it, to be honest. I like the fact that, I like the fact that it felt like an actual like song, like start to finish. It had intro, had a verse, had the hook, like it was clear, the sections.
Yeah, it wasn't just rapping.
Exactly, which I liked. I was like, okay, I like the, you know, what is it? I forget already what it was, but it's like Before I Go. I just remember that, you know.
One more thing before I go.
Yeah, one more thing before I go. I like that concept too. Like one more thing before I go, like because it kind of leaves you on a you know, on a ledge a little bit. Like, oh wait, what's the one more thing? You know, like I like that.
When I heard I like the female vocals, it would have been like before I go, something like that. Like a melody on the end of it. That would have been dope.
Dre, you just make sure you leave the singing to me.
Yo, you mean singing or talking? What you doing? One or the other. Yo, your voice sounds like you talking when you singing, so I'm trying to figure it out, man.
But yeah, other than that, I think you know, I think where you're at with everything is a good place. You just got to keep pushing yourself to do better. The video is okay. I get it. Like videos are not cheap. If you want to have like high quality, it's not cheap unless you like have a homie or someone that's like doing it. That's different. But I would just say, you know, keep trying to push the bar. Make this one the worst video and song you ever do. The next one's got to be better. You know what I mean? Like always think about like, yeah, this is good right now, but this is going to be the worst I've ever done in like another month or two. So like, just if you keep that mindset, you're going to constantly improve and go up. I'd say like something that maybe could have made the video better was maybe just some of the edits. Like they could have been a little faster cuts, maybe, you know, or maybe some different scenes. Yeah. Just some more scenes. Cause it's honestly, if you don't have a high quality like camera crew and lighting and all this stuff, like an actual director directing you on camera, just being like, no, put your hands down or do this or do that, or like, no, you got to be more relaxed here. It's very difficult. Like,
to know what you're doing.
There's all these different aspects, and all the A-list artists have people to direct for all these different things they need. They got the producer, they got the writers, they got the engineers telling them like, oh no, back away from the mic a little bit here, you're too loud, or this and that. You got your vocal producer, you know, and then you got the mixer, right? And then you have people when it comes to the camera crew, you got to have people that know how to use the camera. Right, you gotta know people that know lighting. A lot of camera people don't know lighting like the same way that someone that's studying just lighting. I mean, if they're good, they're gonna know it. But you know what I'm saying? Like they have specific people are for lighting only, and that's their expertise, and that's why they're hired. So, I'm not coming at the video because I know that it costs a lot of money to do that. So I'm just saying but just start. Maybe hit some YouTube videos and start learning about those things so that you can even direct, like, even if you got to get your homies to help you out, do it, it can at least help up the value a little bit more and more, So, but yeah, that's all I got to say.
I agree.
I got something to say.
Chop Cheese Willie, what you got to say?
I got something to say.
His screen went black again.
I know that my screen's been going black, right? But I went ahead and I said, no more Kiwasabi. Look at this. I pulled it up.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not missing no more. I'm in the
game. Nice.
Oh, shit.
All right, we got one more, right?
One more. We got
my phone's going to die.
No, I was going to say we should cut it. We should cut it because the other ones I couldn't download, remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. That was the last one you were able to get.
Yes, sir.
The rest of them we'd already played, so.
Okay. Well, yeah, guys, everyone, you have all the resources that everyone has. YouTube, asking friends, hit forums, just hit up people online that are doing something that you want to do or they're doing it better than you, and just be cool and be like, yo, I love what you're doing. Like, I'm trying to do something similar. If you have any advice, whatever, you gotta, it's a job, it's a business, you gotta ask for help, and get it, and sometimes you're gonna get help from people that isn't gonna really be that much of a help, but sometimes you just gotta you gotta learn. Yeah, exactly. You gotta try some stuff and be like, okay, yeah, that didn't work. Okay, let me try this. Okay, that didn't work, but now things that don't work, right? And so that now you're gonna not waste time doing that ever again, right? So it's the whole thing about the Thomas Edison and the light bulb, and it's like how many times he had to try to make the light bulb and he failed 1,000 times or something. He's like, oh, I didn't fail, I just found 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. Or whatever it was. I don't remember the whole quote, but it's something like that. So just keep pushing yourself, and you have to want to be the best if you want to be even good. And nobody, you know what I'm saying? Come on, Michael Jordan did not become the best basketball player of all time just because he shot, a couple free throws, every night.
Oh, this is fine.
Yeah, I'll do two or three passes. I'll play.
10 years old out in his parking lot shooting shots at 3:00 in the morning.
Exactly, all day, all night. People that want it are training with whatever it is that you're doing. You have to train in that thing, And if you don't have the money to pay somebody to do something, then you gotta either get the money somehow or you have to learn how to do it.
Yeah, do it yourself.
Yeah, and even if it's not something I'm about to have to maybe edit this video that I shot for this remix I'm gonna drop, and the editor I had is super dope. He just ended up getting busy, and I don't want to just use any editor, So I'm like, all right, maybe I have to start doing some of the editing or figure it out because I need it to be done right, and it's hard to pay somebody and not get what you want. So sometimes you have to just take matters into your own hands and at least try. You know, if it doesn't come out good, then, you know, if it's something you're trying to do like Photoshop or something like that, and it's just not your thing, then you got to find somebody, you know, hit Fiverr, you know.
Hey, I just found out about Fiverr.
Wow.
I was like, whoa.
Be careful though on there. There's some scam artists on there. You just got to like really look and dig in. Don't just hire the first person you see.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
You got to look at the reviews.
Please do.
Real quick, C Minor, tell them how they can follow you, man. What's your social?
Oh yeah, C Minor is the key. I'm mostly on Instagram, but that's for everything. Snapchat, you know, Twitter, TikTok. X, TikTok, SoundCloud, YouTube.
Yes. So hit them up, man.
Yeah, it's spelled normal. C Minor, ISTHEKEY. C Minor is the key.
Definitely adding you right now, brother, because bro, your advice key. That like it literally is the key. That advice been
yes, sir.
Following you, I hit
for a lot of things, bro.
Dope. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
That's huge. Hey, and next time you hear that track, you ain't gonna have nothing to say about it.
I hope so.
Definitely appreciate you, bro. Like for real. That's huge.
I'm glad we can have him on the show. You know, we've been talking for a while about getting him on the show, and perfect time. And thanks again, brother.
Oh yeah, no worries, guys. Take care. Have a great night. Just keep pushing.
Stay blessed.
Salute.
All right, you two guys. Appreciate you.
One last thing before we go, I want to apologize again for the program. It's not letting me download any music. Everything we played tonight was already previously downloaded like last week. So I don't know what's going on with it. They said that they're trying to fix it. So again, I'm sorry we didn't get to play your music. It wasn't just you, Too Fresh. It wasn't just you. It was Young Minor or Young P, a bunch of other people too. So sorry guys. I got next one.
And don't forget, July 28th, G's Barbershop slot contest to LA. You get to work with C Minor himself, and as well as work with some other creative artists that will be there and meet with Empire A&R. So make sure y'all sign up, hit the link. You already know. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.
I don't know how to